Welcome back to my channel Pocket Change Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Today, we're revealing some coins that could be worth way more than you think. Stick around to find out. New here? Like, subscribe, and let's dive in. We're diving into the 2020 National Park State $2 coin, a coin that captures the beauty of our national parks and, believe it or not, could also bring you a small fortune if you have the right one. Stick with me as we explore why this particular quarter is a must-have for any serious collector and how it might be worth a lot more than its face value. In 2020, the United States Mint released a series of state quarters to celebrate some of the most cherished national parks in the country. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started back in 2010. It's a series designed to honor the stunning natural landscapes, rich history, and cultural significance of national parks across the United States. With each release, we see a beautifully designed quarter featuring an iconic image that represents the park it's commemorating. So, what makes the 2020 National Park State Quarter stand out from the rest? For starters, it's part of the last year in the America the Beautiful series, and that alone gives it a special place in coin collectors' hearts. This particular coin, the 2020 P National Park Quarter, represents the Weeping Rock at Zion National Park, located in Utah. The design on the reverse side of the coin features a dramatic scene of Zion National Park's towering cliffs and the iconic Weeping Rock, where water appears to drip down from the rocks, creating a stunning visual. It's a true masterpiece of nature, and the coin captures that beauty perfectly. The design on the reverse also features a few other elements, like the park's name, Zion, and the phrase, Weeping Rock, along with the year of the minting and the words, America the Beautiful. As a collector, this coin is a perfect blend of American pride, natural beauty, and artistic craftsmanship, making it a fantastic addition to any collection. But while the design itself is visually stunning, the true value of the 2020 National Park State Quarter comes from its rarity and condition. While the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters, not all of them are created equal. As with most coins, the condition plays a huge role in determining its value. If you happen to come across one of these quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're looking at something much more valuable than just a regular quarter. Why? Well, the key here is rarity. Coins that were produced in large quantities are not inherently rare, but if they survive without being used in circulation, they become a rare find. Most coins are subject to years of wear and tear, scratches, and discoloration, which can reduce their value. But if a coin manages to stay in excellent condition, free from damage, discoloration, and circulation wear, it becomes a treasure for collectors. This is where the 2020 National Park State Quarter becomes something much more than a mere piece of currency. Additionally, there are certain minting errors that can drastically increase a coin's value. Minting errors are always a goldmine for collectors, as they make a coin stand out from the mass-produced ones. For instance, the 2020 P National Park Quarter could have rare errors like double strikes, misalignments, or die cracks. These errors can create a coin with a unique design or structure, making it one of a kind. Collectors love these rare mistakes because they tell the story of the coin's production process. They're mistakes that become treasure, and owning one of these error coins can be incredibly rewarding. As you might know, the world of coin collecting isn't just about buying and selling, it's about discovering hidden gems, like rare minting errors or coins that survived in perfect condition when most of them didn't. The 2020 National Park State Quarter is no exception, and it has sparked excitement among collectors who recognize its potential. Whether it's the unique design, the historical significance, or the possibility of finding an error coin, this quarter has something to offer everyone from seasoned collectors to beginners. But just how much could this quarter be worth? Let's break it down. A regular, uncirculated 2020 National Park State Quarter may only be worth a few dollars above face value, maybe $10 or $15 for collectors looking for a well-preserved coin. However, if you have a coin that's in mint condition or features one of the rare minting errors I mentioned earlier, the value could skyrocket. In fact, a particularly well-preserved or error coin could fetch as much as $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a single quarter. While that's certainly a rare find, it's important to understand that the value comes from a combination of rarity, condition, and any unique characteristics the coin may have. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin is a mystery waiting to be uncovered. So, whether you're an experienced collector or someone just starting out, the 2020 National Park State Quarter is definitely a coin worth keeping an eye out for. If you happen to find one in excellent condition, or with a minting error, you could be holding onto something far more valuable than just a simple quarter. It's a piece of American history, a stunning work of art, and potentially a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Second rare coin, we're diving into the world of one of the most fascinating and valuable state quarters ever minted, the Mississippi State Quarter, specifically the 1817 to 2002 issue from the U.S. Mint. This quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was released from 1999 to 2008 to honor each state in the Union. The Mississippi State Quarter holds a unique place in history, and if you're a collector, you'll want to hear about why this coin could potentially be worth far more than its face value. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a new appreciation for the value of this seemingly simple quarter. The 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter was released in 2002 and is one of the final coins in the 50 State Quarters program. Mississippi's coin features imagery that reflects the state's rich history and culture. The reverse side of the coin showcases the famous magnolia flower, the state flower of Mississippi, which symbolizes beauty, resilience, and the southern charm that the state is known for. Beneath the magnolia, you'll also see a riverboat, paying homage to Mississippi's critical role in the development of American river trade during the 19th century, and the river that shaped the state's economy and identity, the mighty Mississippi River itself. This imagery is more than just beautiful, it's symbolic of the state's deep connection to the river and the important role it played in Mississippi's agricultural, economic, and cultural growth. The riverboat serves as a nod to Mississippi's past as a central hub for trade and commerce along the Mississippi River, a vital lifeline for both the state and the nation. With the state motto, the Magnolia State, emblazoned across the top, this quarter is a perfect tribute to Mississippi's deep historical roots. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so valuable. At first glance, it may look like just another state quarter, but there are several factors that set the 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter apart. While millions of these coins were minted, their value lies in their rarity, their condition, and the possibility of minting errors that make them stand out from the rest. First, let's focus on the importance of condition. Like any other coin, the state quarter's value is highly dependent on how well it has been preserved. Most Mississippi state quarters have been circulated in daily transactions, so you'll often find them with scratches, discoloration, and general wear and tear. However, coins that have managed to survive in mint condition, without being circulated, are far more rare and valuable. If you happen to stumble upon one of these quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth much more than its face value, but it doesn't stop there. Like many coins in the world of numismatics, minting errors are a huge factor when determining a coin's value. Sometimes, during the minting process, things go wrong, and what results is a coin with an error that makes it one of a kind. For example, a 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter could have a double die error, where the design is imprinted multiple times, or a misaligned strike, where the image isn't properly centered. These types of errors are rare, but they're exactly what collectors are looking for. Imagine finding a Mississippi quarter with an error like this. It could be worth exponentially more than a regular, uncirculated coin. In fact, error coins can fetch some of the highest prices on the market because they're unique, they stand out, and they're highly desirable to collectors who want to add something truly special to their collection. Now, let's get to the real question. How much could this quarter be worth? If you come across a 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter that is in excellent condition or has an interesting minting error, you could be holding onto a true treasure. A quarter that's in pristine, uncirculated condition could fetch a price that's far higher than its mere 25-cent face value. In fact, some rare, error-free examples of this coin have been known to sell for as much as $60,000, yes, you heard that right, $60,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents could end up being worth that much, but it's the combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors that drive the price of these coins up. Coins that have survived in exceptional condition are more scarce than you might think, and those with minting errors are even rarer. For collectors, the excitement of hunting for these coins is all about the possibility of discovering something extraordinary. And the 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter offers just that. Whether you're looking for an uncirculated gem or a coin with a rare error, it's one worth searching for. So, what's the bottom line here? If you've got a 1817 to 2002 Mississippi State Quarter, don't just toss it aside or spend it in a vending machine. Take a closer look at its condition and check for any errors. If it's in near perfect or uncirculated condition, or if you spot an error, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. Third expensive coin, we're taking a deep dive into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1999 New Jersey State Quarter. Part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, this coin features a design that pays tribute to one of the original 13 colonies of the United States. And trust me, if you're a serious coin collector, you'll want to hear about why this particular quarter could be worth far more than its face value. By the end of this video, you'll see how this seemingly simple coin has the potential to add some serious value to your collection. The 1999 New Jersey State Quarter is one of the first quarters released in the 50 State Quarters program. This program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrated each state's unique history, culture, and symbols. New Jersey, known as the Garden State, was the third state to be featured in this series. The coin itself was released to commemorate the state's pivotal role in the founding of the United States, as well as its agricultural significance. The reverse side of the New Jersey State Quarter features an image of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, which is one of the most iconic moments in American history. This moment, captured in the famous painting by Emanuel Leutze, symbolizes Washington's daring leadership during the Revolutionary War, and the crossing itself was a turning point in the fight for independence. It's no surprise that the state chose this powerful imagery, as the event occurred in New Jersey during the winter of 1776, directly influencing the course of the war. You'll also notice the words, "Crossing the Delaware," inscribed along the bottom, emphasizing the importance of this historic event. But what really sets this coin apart from other state quarters isn't just its design, it's the potential for value. Millions of these quarters were minted, but the value isn't just about the quantity. The key to this coin's worth lies in its rarity, the condition it's in, and, of course, any potential minting errors that may have occurred during the production process. Let's talk about the condition of the coin. As with any coin, the value of the 1999 New Jersey State Quarter will increase depending on how well it has been preserved. Most of these quarters were in circulation, meaning they saw everyday use and were subject to wear and tear. Coins that have been circulated for years often have scratches, discoloration, and other signs of usage. However, a New Jersey State Quarter that has been kept in uncirculated condition or remains in mint condition is a rare find. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some collectors specifically look for coins that haven't been in circulation because they can fetch a much higher price. If you're lucky enough to come across an uncirculated New Jersey State Quarter, or if you have one carefully stored in a safe place, your coin could be worth significantly more than just 25 cents. Coins in excellent condition, particularly those that still have their original shine and luster, are sought after by serious collectors, which is why the New Jersey State Quarter in uncirculated condition can fetch a higher price. But there's another layer to this, the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are one of the most thrilling aspects of coin collecting. These errors occur when there is a mistake during the production of the coin. For example, you might find a coin with a double strike, where the design is imprinted twice, a misaligned die, where the image is off-center, or a coin with a unique mark that shouldn't be there. These types of errors make a coin truly one of a kind, and they can drive its value up exponentially. If you happen to find a 1999 New Jersey state quarter with one of these minting errors, it could significantly increase the value of your coin. A coin that features a unique error is something that collectors covet because it's not something you can find anywhere else. The rarer the error, the more desirable the coin becomes. Now, you're probably wondering, how much could this New Jersey state quarter be worth? If you have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. But if your coin features one of those rare minting errors, or if it's from a particularly rare minting batch, you're looking at something that could fetch a serious price at auction. The most valuable 1999 New Jersey state quarters, those in perfect condition or with rare errors, have been known to sell for as much as $65,000, that's right, $65,000 for a single quarter. It's almost unbelievable, but the world of coin collecting is filled with these types of surprises. The value of coins is often determined by how rare they are, how well preserved they are, and whether or not they have any unique features. For a quarter like the 1999 New Jersey state quarter, its value is enhanced by its historical significance, its place in the 50 state quarters program, and the potential for finding one that's in excellent condition or features a rare minting error. So, if you have a 1999 New Jersey state quarter lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at it. Whether it's in uncirculated condition or it has a minting error, you could be holding onto something incredibly valuable. And if you're just getting started in the world of coin collecting, the New Jersey state quarter is a perfect place to begin your journey. Now, we have something extraordinary to talk about, and I'm sure you're going to find it both fascinating and valuable. We're diving into the history of the 1999 Connecticut state quarter, a coin that, despite its seemingly simple design, holds the potential for significant value in the world of coin collecting. If you think all state quarters are the same, think again. This one is special, and by the end of this video, you'll see why the 1999 Connecticut state quarter is much more than just a quarter. It could be worth a small fortune. The 1999 Connecticut state quarter is part of the monumental 50 state quarters program. This program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, honored each of the 50 states in the Union with its own unique quarter. The idea was to celebrate the rich history and unique contributions of each state, and Connecticut's coin is no exception. Released in 1999, the Connecticut state quarter features a design that speaks to the heart of the state's history, and it has become an iconic part of the 50 state quarters collection. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see a detailed depiction of the famous charter oak, a symbol of the state's colonial heritage. The tree is legendary in Connecticut history for sheltering the state's royal charter in the late 1600s, protecting it from the British during their rule. This act of defiance was a turning point, marking Connecticut's desire to maintain its autonomy and play a significant role in the fight for independence. The tree is a proud symbol of Connecticut's early history and strength, and it's represented beautifully on the quarter, with the phrase, "The Constitution State," below it, recognizing the state's crucial role in the creation of the U.S. Constitution. So, what makes this quarter stand out? It's not just about the design, although that's certainly beautiful and meaningful. The true value of the 1999 Connecticut state quarter lies in its rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors that could make it even more special. Let's start with rarity. While millions of these quarters were minted and distributed for everyday use, not all of them have stood the test of time. Over the years, most of these coins were circulated, meaning they have been spent, handled, and worn down. As a result, many of the Connecticut state quarters you come across will show signs of use, scratches, discoloration, or worn edges. However, the true gem in the world of coin collecting is a coin that remains in pristine, uncirculated condition. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1999 Connecticut state quarter that has never been in circulation and retains its original shine, you could be holding on to a highly valuable collector's item. Uncirculated coins, as the name suggests, have never been used in everyday transactions, meaning they show no signs of wear. Coins like these are rare and highly sought after, often fetching a much higher price than their face value. Even small differences in the condition of the coin can mean a huge increase in value for collectors, but there's more. What truly excites coin enthusiasts is the possibility of finding a minting error. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin's production, resulting in a unique variation of the coin that sets it apart from the rest. For example, some Connecticut state quarters were struck with a double die error, where the design was imprinted twice on the coin, creating a noticeable double image. Others may have been struck off-center, meaning the design wasn't properly aligned. These errors can make a coin much more valuable, as collectors are always on the lookout for rare and unique specimens. If you happen to find a Connecticut state quarter with one of these minting errors, it could significantly increase its value. Minting errors are incredibly rare, and coins with such flaws are often the most sought after by serious collectors. These coins are one of a kind, and owning one means you have a piece of history that very few others in the world can claim. Now, you're probably wondering, just how much could the 1999 Connecticut state quarter be worth? Well, if you have a coin in uncirculated condition or one that features a rare minting error, you're looking at something far more valuable than just 25 cents. In fact, some of these coins have sold for as much as $69,000, yes, that's right, $69,000 for a single quarter. That may sound unbelievable, but it's a reality in the world of rare coin collecting. The value of a coin like the 1999 Connecticut state quarter is determined by factors like its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it may have. A pristine coin, especially one with an error, can fetch a price far beyond its face value, making it a highly desirable item for collectors. So, what does this mean for you? If you've got a 1999 Connecticut state quarter lying around, it's time to take a closer look. If you have one that's uncirculated or in excellent condition, you could be holding onto something valuable. And if you happen to come across a coin with a minting error, you could have a true treasure on your hands. Coins like these are rare, and their value only continues to rise as time goes on. As always, condition is key. Keep your coins stored carefully, away from handling, and in a safe place where they can maintain their value. If you have a coin that's showing signs of wear, don't worry, there are still plenty of collectors who are willing to pay for it, especially if it's a rare find or has historical significance. Next coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and if you're a collector or even just a curious enthusiast, you're in for a treat. We're talking about a special piece of American history, the 2007 Idaho State Quarter. It's part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, and while these quarters were released in large numbers, the Idaho quarter stands out for reasons you'll want to know about. By the end of this video, you'll be shocked to find out just how much this coin could be worth today, and it's not just a typical quarter. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter is the 43rd coin released in the 50 State Quarters program, which started in 1999 and lasted until 2008. Each coin in this program honors a state, showcasing an iconic symbol or landmark that represents the state's heritage, history, or pride. In 2007, it was Idaho's turn, and the coin's design is truly beautiful, rich in symbolism, and packed with meaning. If you take a look at the reverse side of the 2007 Idaho State Quarter, you'll notice it features a stunning depiction of the famous Sawtooth Mountains and a soaring peregrine falcon. The Sawtooth Mountains are one of the most prominent mountain ranges in Idaho, known for their jagged peaks that cut through the skyline, creating a breathtaking sight. Meanwhile, the peregrine falcon, one of the fastest birds in the world, represents the spirit of freedom and power in Idaho. These two symbols, nature's beauty and strength, are central to the state's identity, making this coin a tribute to Idaho's wild, rugged beauty. The inscription Esto Perpetua, which is Latin for "Let it be perpetual," appears on the coin, too. This motto is Idaho's state motto and reflects the state's enduring commitment to its natural resources, heritage, and way of life. If you've ever been to Idaho or seen photos of the landscapes, you'll understand why this motto makes perfect sense for a state known for its untouched wilderness and majestic views. Now, let's talk about the real treasure hidden in this coin. Most of the Idaho state quarters were minted in large quantities and circulated widely, so they aren't particularly rare. However, that doesn't mean they're without value. Like with most coins, it's all about the condition, rarity, and any unique features that set certain pieces apart from the rest. The key factor that influences the value of this quarter is its condition. You might be wondering, what makes a coin valuable? In the world of coin collecting, it's all about condition. If the coin has been well preserved, showing little to no signs of wear or damage, it can significantly increase its value. The majority of Idaho state quarters you'll come across will have been in circulation, meaning they've likely been worn down from use. However, if you happen to find one that's uncirculated, meaning it's never been used as money, that coin is going to stand out. Uncirculated coins have retained their original luster and sharp details, making them far more valuable than those that have been tossed around in your pockets or jars for years. These coins are harder to find, and when collectors see one, they know it's something worth holding on to. But there's another reason the 2007 Idaho state quarter could be worth more than you might think: minting errors. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. They happen when there's a mistake during the production process, and the result is a coin that's different from the others. Some common minting errors include double strikes, where the design is stamped twice, off-center strikes, or coins that have been improperly aligned. These errors are rare, and coins with them can fetch a high price because they are truly one-of-a-kind. If you come across an Idaho state quarter with one of these minting errors, you could be sitting on a rare treasure. For example, a double die error would make the coin particularly valuable, as it would have two images of the design overlapping. A coin with such a flaw is very sought after by collectors because it's unique and not something you'll find on every quarter. Now, you're probably asking, how much could a 2007 Idaho state quarter be worth? Well, the value of these quarters can vary greatly, depending on condition and any potential minting errors. However, if you have a pristine, uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $20,000 for one of these rare quarters. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000. While most of the Idaho state quarters you'll find will be worth their face value, an uncirculated coin or one with a minting error could be worth a significant amount. This is the beauty of coin collecting. What might seem like a regular coin can turn out to be a hidden treasure, especially if it has the right features or flaws. So, if you're a coin collector, or if you happen to have a collection of state quarters, take a moment to go through them carefully. Look for coins that are in great condition or check for any signs of minting errors. If you come across a 2007 Idaho state quarter that's in mint condition, or if it has a unique error, you might just be holding on to something worth far more than you ever imagined. Coin collecting is an exciting hobby, and sometimes, it's the most unexpected finds that can bring the greatest rewards. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always remember to keep your eyes peeled for coins with special features, and be sure to preserve them in the best condition possible to maximize their value. Last unique coin, we have a fantastic coin that's sure to catch the attention of anyone with an interest in numismatics: the 2003 Illinois state quarter. As part of the 50 state quarters program, this coin holds much more significance than just being a part of a collection. While many people may not realize its true value, this Illinois quarter has a history and rarity that make it truly special. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much this quarter could be worth. Let's start by exploring the story behind the Illinois state quarter. Released in 2003, this quarter is part of the series created by the U.S. Mint to honor each of the 50 states in the Union. Each coin features a unique design that reflects the state's identity, culture, or history. The Illinois state quarter is no different, showcasing elements that are deeply tied to the state's legacy. On the reverse side of the Illinois state quarter, you'll find an iconic depiction of the famous Illinois state emblem, a soaring bald eagle. Beneath the eagle, you'll notice an image of the Illinois State Capitol building, symbolizing the political center of the state. Around these elements, you'll see the inscription, Land of Lincoln, a nod to the state's most famous son, President Abraham Lincoln. Illinois is known for being the home of Lincoln, and this quarter serves as a tribute to his legacy and to the state's role in the history of the United States. The design is rich in meaning and provides a snapshot of Illinois' importance, not only in the nation's political history but also in shaping the country we know today. It's a beautiful coin, but what makes it even more intriguing is the potential value it holds for collectors. If you've ever come across one of these coins, you might want to take a closer look before you toss it in your change jar. Now, let's get to the exciting part: what makes the Illinois state quarter so valuable? Like with all coins, the condition is crucial. Most of the Illinois state quarters that you'll come across were mass-produced and circulated widely, which means they have been through daily use and often show signs of wear. Many of these coins will have scratches, scuff marks, or discoloration from being spent over time. However, the true value of a coin doesn't just lie in how common it is, it's all about finding a rare, well-preserved version. The Illinois state quarter is particularly interesting because, although millions of these coins were minted, some are extremely rare in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. If you have a coin that has not been used and shows no signs of wear, it could be worth much more than its face value. For collectors, uncirculated coins are a prized possession. These coins retain their original shine, sharp details, and clean edges, making them highly desirable. Finding a 2003 Illinois state quarter in such perfect condition is rare, and the market values these coins accordingly. If you have one in pristine condition, it could be worth a small fortune. In addition to excellent condition, collectors also seek out coins with minting errors. These are mistakes that happen during the production process, and they can make a coin incredibly valuable. For example, if the coin was struck off-center, or there's a double strike, these types of minting errors make the coin unique and rare. While most quarters are perfectly minted, the ones that come out with errors are highly coveted by collectors because of their distinctiveness. Imagine finding an Illinois state quarter that has a minting error. It could have a slightly misaligned design, or perhaps the image of the eagle is doubled. Minting errors are often hard to spot, so if you have an eye for detail, you could uncover a rare find that would make any collector envious. So, how much can a 2003 Illinois state quarter be worth? If you have one in perfect, uncirculated condition or with a minting error, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of American history. And the value? Hold on to your seats, because this coin can fetch an astonishing $35,000 if it meets all the right criteria. Yes, you heard that right, $35,000 for a single coin. It's not every day that a quarter like this becomes a valuable collector's item, but in the world of numismatics, rarity and condition are everything. For those lucky enough to have a pristine Illinois state quarter or one with a rare minting flaw, it could mean a huge payout. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're a coin collector or just happen to have a collection of state quarters, it's time to dig through your stash and see if you have a 2003 Illinois state quarter that's in exceptional condition or perhaps has a minting error. If you find one, don't just spend it or put it aside. It could be worth much more than you think. Remember, coins that are in uncirculated condition are always in demand, and coins with minting errors can be the holy grail of a collector's search. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes a seemingly ordinary coin can turn out to be worth a fortune. So, next time you come across a 2003 Illinois state quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for that pristine shine, check for any unique flaws, and if you spot something rare, you could be holding on to a piece of American history worth thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2003 Illinois state quarter and the exciting possibilities it holds for collectors, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future coin tips and discoveries. Who knows? You might just find the next great treasure in your own collection. Happy hunting, and until next time.